Good morning, viewers. SWOT analysis. This is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats analysis. Are you interested to be auditing your skill set? Are you honest, truthful, and transparent to go for this audit of yourself? Question will be, who are you in terms of your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats? Friends, this is a quick snapshot of your fact sheet for productivity and excellence. Let's explore. Hello, I am Dr. D.V. Ramanamurthy, PhD in Management, formerly Professor in Management and Dean, presently Founder Director, Attitude Positive Behavior Management, Training Solutions, Hyderabad. Welcome to our channel, Dr. D.V. Ramanamurthy, PhD in Management, an initiative of Ramadevi Foundation, Hyderabad. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. What is SWOT? SWOT is an acronym. S for strengths, W for weaknesses, O for opportunities, and T for threats. When you analyze yourself and your goals using these four elements, you can start to separate yourself from your peers and further develop the specialized talents. This is your SWOT analysis. On this quadrant, you find your strengths, weaknesses, threats, and opportunities in a clockwise direction. Strengths and opportunities are very much helpful for you. Weaknesses and threats are harmful. It has been argued here that is there any possibility to convert your weaknesses into strengths and threats into opportunities? This audit will give you an analysis of what is what, and that can help you to understand how you can have to build up the strengths and avail of the opportunities, converting of weaknesses into strengths and threats into opportunities. Let's explore further. You might have thought about your strengths and weaknesses, but you may not have that advantage of understanding the concept. What opportunities are out there waiting for you and is to be understood in clear perspective? Are there any threats that could derail your current course of action or the one you dream of taking? This video session, where we will focus on the essentials of conducting a personal SWOT analysis. We look at the tools you need to take a quick snapshot of your personal situation and develop a meaningful strategy to accomplish your professional and personal goals. In around an hour, you will be learning how to identify what makes you stand out and find out how this relates to the opportunities available to you. Understand the threats that your weaknesses expose you to. Use your SWOT analysis as the starting point for a solid career and life plan. What is then is the importance of this SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is a classic tool that organizations use to analyze their strategic position. It encourages companies to examine the external and internal factors that affect business performance, identify the best chances of success, strengths and opportunities, and what they should watch out for along the way, weaknesses and threats. Though it is a model that actually analyzes business organizations to scan the business environment, competitive environment, But by applying this model to yourself and your career or to any other aspect of your life, you let yourself up to achieve your goals and eliminate the weaknesses that might undermine you or hold you back, and you identify opportunities that you might not have thought of. Now, the strengths. What sets you apart? Many of us know our own strengths, but we are often reluctant to admit them to anyone. For instance, if a colleague points out how easily you can grasp the big picture, do you tend to say something like, "Oh, not really. It is that Mr. Roy explains the idea so well." Or do you accept the compliment with a big thank you? I would like to think it one of my strengths. It is not boastful to acknowledge your strengths. It is a practical and necessary way to move yourself along your goal path. So when you fill out the strengths quadrant of your SWOT analysis, ask yourself the following questions. What am I really good at? What skills do other people compliment me on or associate me with? What do I do, or what skill do I possess that is unique and sets me apart from my peers? Remember, your strengths are internal factors that are under your control. Consider things like education, knowledge, experience, competencies, skills, abilities, aptitudes, interests, personality traits, and resources that you have access to, and connections that you can draw upon. What's your action plan? Brainstorm your strengths and list them in the strengths section of your SWOT analysis quadrant. Tip 1. Don't be shy. This is your chance to brag about yourself with no one else listening. Tip number 2. Don't limit yourself to the strengths that you demonstrate in your current role. List all of your strengths, even the ones you don't use at the moment. Pay particular attention to the skills that your peers do not have. How are you different, unique, and special? After you have completed this session, ask yourself in your personal and professional networks what they think your strengths are. Look at the differences between your list and theirs. Next is the weakness. What can you improve upon? Everyone has weaknesses, and usually they are nothing to be ashamed of. They can hold you back from achieving your goals, but you have the power to work on them and improve the situation. However, if you try to downplay your weaknesses, you risk setting yourself unrealistic goals. By knowing about your weaknesses, you can either work to eliminate or manage them if they damage your goals, or avoid situations where they can harm you if they do not damage your goals. Think about the following when you complete the weaknesses section of your SWOT analysis quadrant. What do you lack that others around you have? What could you do better? Many of us are masters of deception. We cover up our weaknesses and hide them from others. Even if people don't know what your weaknesses are, you will. So, what do you receive consistent criticism for? Do you have any habits or characteristics that plague you at work or at home? What do other people see as your weakness? What's your action plan? Fill the weakness section of the quadrant in SWOT analysis. Tip 1. Be brutally honest about your weaknesses. You can only change what you acknowledge, and this is the perfect time to get real with yourself. At the same time, don't beat yourself up over really small stuff. Tip number 2. Ask yourself whether you are vulnerable, where you are vulnerable, or these areas of your life where you would be totally exposed to negative effects if something went wrong. Tip number 3. Finding out what others think is really important here, because even the most honest of us will tend to downplay our own weaknesses. The next would be opportunities. What is possible for you? An opportunity is an external or an internal event, trend or change that you hope to take advantage of in the future. Think about the following to identify possible opportunities in your professional or personal life. How can you turn your strengths into opportunities? How can you create opportunities by enhancing your strengths? How can you create opportunities by changing or eliminating your weaknesses? What's happening in your organization or office that may provide an opportunity to you? What's happening in an industry that you have had your on for a while? Are there any general political, economic, technological, demographic, and social trends that you can take advantage of? Do any changing circumstances in your personal life present an opportunity for you to capitalize on? Are you working on any goals that will provide opportunities once you have accomplished them? Question yourself. What's your action plan then? Spend a few minutes brainstorming your opportunities using the bullet points above as starting point. Then coming on to the threats. What stands in your way? Threats have the potential to jeopardize your success, mind you. You cannot control them directly, but you can often manage, contain, or neutralize them so that they don't cause you harm, as long as you know about them in advance. The key to filling in the threats section of your SWOT analysis quadrant is to be thorough enough to spot the threats you face without worrying excessively about things that are not likely to happen. Threats can come from many different angles. So look wisely at what you hope to accomplish and list as many things that can go wrong as you can think of. Remember, a threat is only dangerous if you do not address it. By identifying your threats, you are being proactive and taking control of your success. Ask yourself the following. What obstacles do you face? Or your peers doing things that you haven't started yet? Or any of your weaknesses significant enough to threaten your overall success? What's your action plan then? Now, spend a few minutes filling the last section of your personal SWOT analysis. Moving into action. Now that you have completed your SWOT analysis quadrant, your final step is to list the actions that you will take. This is what makes the whole exercise worthwhile to moving into action. Now, the action plan again. Spend around 10 minutes walking through the opportunities you have identified. List your interesting opportunities. Now, the key learning points out of this discussion. You can use a personal SWOT analysis quadrant to see yourself clearly. It forces you to bear all and look closely at what makes you unique, including your weaknesses. A SWOT analysis is designed to help you understand what you do well and to identify your shortcomings. It shows you what's going on in your external environment that can potentially help or hurt you. By uncovering this information, you can get full data of yourself. In a planning setting, you can start thinking through a personal strategic plan and use it to your advantage. SWOT analysis has been a useful framework for managers and for many years because it's simple and easy to use. Completing this analysis in personal context allows you to take advantage of a useful tool and start making out satisfying direction in your career. Thank you for your time and attention. Please do watch regularly our channel, Dr. Devi Ramanamurthy, PhD Management, for more inspirational videos on personal and professional development. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. I request you honestly to press like button immediately to recommend this video to many. See you in the next program. Till then, take care and good luck.